Yo, 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 yo. It's your favorite motherfucker with the letter J. Who could it be? I don't know. It's just Jordan. I don't know what that was. I don't know what that was either. But we're gonna leave that in there. We're gonna leave that in there today. Yeah. Anyways, if you couldn't tell, I'm super excited. Last week we had on Faith. She did great. But let's roll the intro. This is A Moment with Jay.
I just wanted to hop on the mic and say, I know the world been a little chaotic and everything. I just wanted to check and make sure everything good in the hood, like sure, you know what I mean? Say out of the fam. Okay, let's get to work. What up? So what, you lost your money?
Hell yeah. If you could not see, I just took a huge hit of the vape. We celebrating today. Why? We'll get into that. We get into that first. I just want to say thank y'all so much to everyone watching the podcast, sharing, commenting on the clips. It's really building a cool community, and I'm really liking this adventure of podcasting. After Faith was on last week, quite a few people reached out and wanted to be on the podcast too. So I got a month full of people coming through to record, and it seems like it's going to carry out like that for the next couple of months. So I'm super excited. I was a little nervous actually, after how much fun I had doing it with Faith, and you know, Brandon's been on it a couple times. I like having a guest. And so I was trying to get people in sooner so I didn't have to do one by myself. But then I was like, oh, wait, I got quite a bit to share, quite a bit to say. So I think every once in a while doing these solo ones is still going to be super, super fun because I just, I'm a motherfucker that likes to talk a lot, I guess, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like this podcast, I can kind of get on my thoughts and ideas out. This one is going to be called, I already got the name of this one. It's going to be called The Hustle. Episode 20, super excited. We're putting the $ on The Hustle, just like my track Hustle. That's a retro throwback. That's the first time I ever had a song that where that's the first time I made a song and people were like, oh yeah, I really like this one, Warrior was obviously my big one where people were really fucking with it. We're gonna talk about. We got so much to talk about. Why we gonna call it The Hustle is because when this one comes out, when this episode drops, I would have just announced the day before the final round of pre-orders for my album Olympus. We're gonna start here. And I was super excited. So I gotta say, we'll throw up a picture of it. Boom, somewhere. Super excited about it. Not only is the album art gorgeous, but I finally decided to announce what color that vinyl is gonna be, and the vinyl is going to be gold. Because now, you know what? Fuck the standards. I'll make my own gold records, Olympus is gold, Fuck, I'm doing it myself, And yeah, so super excited. So we just made that announcement. We're doing the final round of pre-orders for Olympus. It's $75. But what's cool about this is, PPM, the vision is simple. Better art and healthier people will change the world. And so I really wanted to bring that vision to life. And so what I decided to do is I've been training people online, and I do 4 weeks at a time. And those 4-week programs cost $300 a month. And what I do is I make your program, I answer your questions, I keep you accountable. I help, we adjust things on the fly, all that kind of stuff. And I've helped hundreds of people reach their fitness goals. I've been a trainer more than just over 10 years, a decade. I've helped hundreds and hundreds of people, whether that's putting on muscle, whether that's losing weight, whether that's getting stronger, getting more mobile. And these programs I can make for people in the gym, body weight. If you got a couple pieces of equipment at home, it doesn't matter. I can make it for anything, and so that's what I'm doing. So what I'm offering is for that $75 vinyl, you get a free $300 custom workout program from me, and then you get the month of my support along with it. Why did I do this? A couple reasons. I really, over the last, I don't know, maybe 6, 7, 8 months, I've really been thinking about how am I going to sell 1,000 of these vinyls? We only doing 1,000. And this is where the hustle comes from. You know, this is why it's so awesome to have homies that are kind of in the same headspace, big goals, maybe entrepreneurs, maybe musicians. Over the last several months, I've sat down with DJs and musicians and entrepreneurs, small business owners, all kinds of people, and I've been pitching them my ideas about how I'm gonna sell these 1,000 vinyls. And I've had some stupid ideas, where I pitch my idea and the person just giving me you could try it, kind of thing. And that's always a vibe. But this is why I feel blessed to have homies that are kind of in the same sphere and mindset where it's like, yeah, what I'm trying to do is kind of different, obviously better art and healthier people. I don't think there isn't another company in the entire world with this mission and vision. That's why I made it. This is my spot in the world that I'm trying to do. This is what I'm trying to make my impact. Better art and healthier people will change the world. And so I'm doing that. So for $75, you get this incredible vinyl that I've been working on for fucking 5 years. I've spent thousands and thousands of dollars. I've written hundreds and hundreds of songs for. The music's insane. The whole concept album is beautiful. And then on top of that, I'm giving you a free $300 workout program with my accountability, checking in with me, full contact with me, for the whole month to help you get you on your fitness goals. So I'm super excited. Super excited to be dropping that. This was the idea that after talking to my friends and stuff for a while, they're like, okay, man, this one makes sense. This could be something. So from now until my 18th birthday, or to my 30th birthday on November 18th, I'm going to be running this campaign. Now, people always, and why I wanted to call this one the hustle is I wanted to let y'all in, man. What do I do all day that keeps me so busy? Now, for instance, this one, what my goal is, how I'm going to try to hit my goal. And I'm not trying to sell the full 1,000 in these 39 days. What my goal is to reach out to 100 people per day, and start some conversations and see if I can provide value to them with my offer. I'm not trying to be pushy. I'm not trying to do any of that, but it's like, man, if you're really trying to get in shape, if you're really trying to support a vision of a company, if you're really trying to support me or just the local scene here, or just arts in general, man, this is really killing a bunch of birds with one stone. You know what I'm saying? So I'll spend 3 or 4 hours every day for the next, 39 days, reaching out to 100 people, trying to start 100 conversations and seeing if I can provide value, seeing if I can help some people reach their goals with this. And I think that I really can. And so I'm super excited. I've helped hundreds of people before, and now I just want to help hundreds of people in a shorter time frame, So I'm super excited about that. Before we even move on, let me just I want to pull out the website, man. The last few weeks I've been really busting my ass trying to get this website looking nice. PPM, better art and healthier people change the world. You can go shop up here, see all kinds of stuff. I got links to the podcast, everything. merchandise. You just click on here, boom, there it is. Oh man, that looks so beautiful, man. That's so beautiful. And I'm just, the whole idea about giving these workout programs for free is because I'm trying to give people the most value that I possibly can. I'm trying to give you everything to show you that I'm going to keep giving y'all everything I got, and that's why I'm trying to do this. Yeah, look how sick that looks, man. I'm so proud of this project, and I can't wait to share it with y'all. And I can't wait to get people more active. So please go check it out. Share, comment. If you got a homie you think that would really like it or something, that would, all that really, really helps. Really, really helps. So I'm super excited about this. My goal, if I could have a goal, it would be to sell the Spartan number. If I could crank out 300 of these pre-sales in the next 39 days, that's my ambitious goal. But that's what I'm trying to do, and that's my motivation. I'm so motivated by turning 30. I think a lot of people now. Obviously, I've had friends that are turning 30 around my same age. Even Brandon, my twin, and I feel like a lot of people get worried about turning. And now I'm just a floating head right now. If you're watching this on YouTube or Spotify, we're gonna start fixing the graphics a little bit better now too. But that's a later thing. I'm still hyped about the podcast look right now. A lot of people, it's interesting when they turn 30. I feel like, or on the way to 30, they start feeling some kind of way about it, But I feel young, vibrant. I feel the best that I've ever been. I've been so motivated to hustle harder. I've been so motivated to work out harder, but to chill harder and to think things through better. Like, I don't know. Like, I think getting older is kind of sick, because if not to say there's a right or wrong way, but I think the whole point of getting older is having more experience and getting better. And it's just like the music I'm making. I got this new crazy track that's gonna end Olympus 2, and it's my favorite song that I've ever written. And I also produced it, and it's turned out to be this magical track, and I can't wait to share that with y'all. And just like things with the podcast and things with the marketing, and just me as a person. So it's like I think getting old is not a bad thing, especially if you're taking care of yourself. But turning 30, I'm trying to get my sales up. I'm trying to help more people, and that's what it is. More love, more success, and more love always comes first. That's why I said that. That's why success is important to me. I value success. I value progress, and there's nothing wrong with that. But love comes first, and that's always what my thing is. More love, more success, and that's why I decided to do the vinyl like this. It's about love first, and then it's about the success. Let me help you do something crazy. I want you to buy this vinyl. I want you to enjoy this vinyl, and but I also want to do more for you. I want the best for you. So, very excited about that. Super excited about turning 30. Also got a early birthday present from my mom, and she got a fucking sauna for me and my brother. So we've been going hard in the sauna, which has been so blessed, has been so awesome. That's the only thing I ever actually wanted. So sick. So if you're looking at getting me anything for my birthday, buy the vinyl, because that's what I hope for. I hope as many people as possible. I hope I can sell a couple hundred of these. I'm hoping for 300. That's the goal. 300 vinyls by my birthday. It's an ambitious goal. It's a lot of sales, a lot of talking to people. So on top of, and yeah, let me put you on the hustle, the grind. How am I gonna? Because I'm not one to just put things out. I like to speak my shit into existence. I like to tell people. Always like, you know what, Jay, we know what you're doing, but we don't know what you're doing, you know? That I love that. It's like, you know, I'm pretty public, I'm pretty out with everything, but I'm a pretty private person, you know? Um, but let me tell y'all the strategy. Let me break it down for y'all. You know, it's not as simple as, okay, I made this album, let me sell 1,000 of them. I wish it was that easy. You know, there's a lot of strategy behind, and it's a lot of storytelling. And so on top of making a podcast, which I hope to use to help promote the vinyl, I'm going to be shooting a bunch of content around the vinyl too, and around my fitness program and the value that I'm going to offer to people. And so we're going to be posting that on top of all the podcast stuff, while we're still promoting and running ads on the music, trying to get the music streams up, obviously, as well. And so I hope to put out 100 pieces of content between now and November 18th, just around the vinyl promotion, just around this promotion. And then on top of the podcast, on top of the photo shoots, on top of the songs coming out, all that kind of stuff, you know what I'm saying? And then we're running ads, and then I'll be messaging 100 people a day. You know, I'm gonna be spending 4 or 5 hours on sales and promotion every single day from now until the 18th, in hopes to sell those 300. I was just listening to a podcast, and frick, I can't remember who it was, but they were talking about, no, I was listening to my homie Coach Powell. Shout out Coach Powell, man. And I was sitting in the sauna. I was just trying to get through my time. And so I was on my phone, and I saw that he was live, and we used to train at the same gym. And he's moved away since then. And so I was just like, you know, click on the dude, see what's going on, you know, on IG Live. And he's talking about earning his progress. And I love that. You know, like, earn the progress, earn the result, you know. And he's talking about benching, I think, 450. And he's a strong motherfucker. It might be more than that, might be a little bit less than that. I don't want to fucking shame him for anything that he's, you know, he's a strong motherfucker. And he's talking about how, you know, in this phase of his training, he can kind of display his level of strength. But, you know, it's from several weeks earlier. It's from the months of training earlier that he was able to get to this larger number now. And, you know, how am I going to get to 1,000 vinyls? It's not going to be some fucking magic fluke. It's because I'm going to be grinding at it, and I'm going to earn those 1,000 sales, you know? And what's crazy is this whole thing is inspired by Nipsey Hussle, man. He sold 100 mixtapes for $100. He made $100,000 that way. And why is $100,000 so important? And especially in business, it's so important because that's the first kind of milestone of like, okay, you made it. We got some money. Let's make some big moves now. And so that's what Olympus is going to be for me. This is why. It's to get to that $100,000 mark. It's to, you know how many streams that is? That's 25 million streams about, you know, that's so much harder to obtain. So I'm going to grind every motherfucking day until I'm done selling all 1,000 of these. You know, my goal is by my birthday to sell 300. I'm turning 30. Spartans there was 300. My goal is to sell 300 by November 18th. And I'm so motivated by that. I'm so motivated by that because I'm not using this money to go buy fucking chains and bling and nah. I'm putting it back into the art. I'm supporting my family like that. I'm elevating the music scene of my city, of my province. If I get this, when I do this, you know, the next album, oh my God, you should see how crazy Mr. J and the Heartbroken Homies already is. It's gonna be one of the craziest musical experience. Olympus is already crazy. Olympus 2 is already crazy. And so that's what it is, you know. That's why I'm so motivated right now. I'm motivated to get my health in check. I'm motivated to get my funds in check. I'm motivated to get my art in check, you know. And I'm motivated to help others. It's always love first. It's always love, then success. I think I have this, and this is another thing we're doing. With the vinyls. There's 1,000, and I'm gonna be marking them 1 through 1,000, and we are gonna be doing giveaways over the next years. If you have one of these vinyls, that's what's also going to be crazy. So not only do you buy the vinyl for $75, you get the free $300 workout program, custom made to your goals. And my ass is going to keep you accountable to reach those goals. But over the next several years, if you have one of the vinyls, we're going to be doing draws. We're going to draw numbers, and we'll contact you, and we're going to be doing prizes. And I'm going to be giving away money. I'm going to be giving away all kinds of stuff over the years once you have one of the albums. That's how much it means to me right now if you buy one of these albums. It's going to be one of the biggest milestones in my career. And I want to make sure that if you're one of these 1,000 people that get one of these vinyls, that you see my gratitude and that I provide you way more value than the $75. Way more value. It already giving you value with the custom workout program, but I'm going to continue giving you value for as long as I can, maybe possibly throughout my entire career. That's how much it means to me to get one of these albums. So I hope that you do. Okay. Have I talked enough about this album? Oh my goodness. I'm so excited. But this is why we're calling it The Hustle, man. This is why I'm calling this episode The Hustle, because I wanted to be real with y'all. I wanted to be real. And I think that's what this podcast is for. I think this podcast is just for me to be authentic, for others to be authentic. And, that's what I believe. That's the thing I value the most about this life is genuine authenticity. And I think one of my biggest skills is allowing others to feel comfortable enough to be their authentic selves. Because I'm not judging y'all. I mean, I'm judging y'all. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? And that makes me think. Actually, I was watching Jimmy Carr on. Is it obnoxious that I still have this? There we go. I'll get rid of this. I'm sure I'll bring that album up a couple more times. Thank you for listening, and thank you for letting me do that. I'm very grateful. Actually, let me talk about a couple of things. It was just Thanksgiving, so it's Thanksgiving in Canada, and so I'm very grateful just for y'all to be listening. I'm grateful for the amazing friends and circles that I have, that I'm in, and they share their ideas. I think it's motivating to hear what other people got going on, and hear how they're doing things, hear how they are overcoming their problems, especially in business, man. There's so much that people don't. If you're not in business, you just don't understand the walls, the hurdles. And when you're the owner of a company, essentially all you're doing is problem solving all day. And so that's what I spend most of my time doing, just trying to solve problems and solving bigger problems and more problems, and I'm excited to keep solving them. And I'm glad that I have friends and people to run ideas and get advice from. So, very grateful for that. Grateful for my family. That was the one thing, this weekend I was the most grateful for, was just, these moments where the family gets together and everything is always just such a fun time. It's always so great. I also made a Biscoff cheesecake. Talking about eating. You know what was sick? Too, man? I was going hard because I'm really trying to get super jacked for my birthday on top of that, I want to go in 30 feeling fucking great. And so I wanted to, the day of we had a Thanksgiving dinner. I fasted all day until dinner. But during the day, I hit a workout, did some cardio, sat in the sauna, ate dinner, ate a couple pieces of cheesecake, Biscoff cheesecake. It was fucking incredible. And I woke up the next day and I lost some weight. And I was like, fuck yeah, I'm killing it. So that's always hype. Even on the day I thought I was cheating really bad, I kept my calories pretty good. And because the turkey and stuff's so lean and everything, I still got my protein in. Yeah, I just wanted to run some Thanksgiving stuff by y'all because it was festive, y'all. But what I was going to say originally was I was watching Jimmy Carr on Joe Rogan's podcast. And if y'all don't know who Jimmy Carr is like There's the album again. Go buy it. Jimmy Carr is he's like a British comedian. Not Jimmy Carter. Um, British comedian and presenter. Yeah, he also was on like a lot of their shows. Super funny dude. Very vulgar, and so he was on Joe Rogan, and very intelligent man. And him and Joe Rogan were talking about being comedians, and he made this interesting point that really resonated with me. And he said, "Isn't this something when the work is more fun than fun, you know?" And I was like, "Yeah, it is." And it's like, why am I'm not one to go out a lot. I'm not one to, you know, I am always out at events and stuff, but it's like, man, it's because I like to do the work. The work is the podcasting is fun. The writing the songs is fun. The promoting the album, the vinyl is fun. Making people's workout programs is fun. Keeping people like it's fun to me, and obviously sometimes it's challenging and sometimes it's difficult and sometimes things seem hopeless, but it's just what it is. I think you just find, and so I'm just focused on the things that I love, and it's more fun than fun. I did this show the other day, and I was performing at it. It was this like weed thing, and for one, shout out. I don't know if I can shout. Actually, I don't know if I can shout them out. I don't know. There's rules and stuff. Anyways, I was that looks fucking crazy. Shout out Gatorade sponsor. That would be a cool sponsor. Anyways. I was performing at the show the other day, and it was this cannabis show for this cannabis company, and the show went all right, man. I was the very last thing at the very end of a long day for these people. So even the comedian, there was a couple comedians before me, and then I was closing out the show. Even the comedians were like, yeah, these guys were kind of like done, But when I got on stage, that's when people started to leave. Even before, like, even while the last comedian was leaving, when I was coming out, I could see people were already like, oh, fuck, I'm out of here, Let me get out of here first before this guy gets on stage. And, when I first started being a musician, stuff like that used to bother me. But I'm like, it's not about me. It's like, man, they're not leaving because I'm here. Well, maybe some people are, but, So there was a few tables that stuck through, and, probably more than half of the people were there for more than half of the set, which was still fun, but people were kind of trailing out. It was the end of the night. And then right after I was done, they fucking started taking down everything, I was at the very end, the very, very end. And when I was beginning, things like that used to bum me out, used to make me feel bad as an artist. Now it doesn't. I'm like, this has nothing to do with me. It's like, I'm still going to go up here. I might shave a couple of the songs off so that my set isn't as long, I'll make the proper adjustments. I'm going to come out here and only play the bangers now, I'm not going to get into some of the stuff I know people might not like. I'll adjust my set. I always kind of have a backup plan, especially when I'm doing solo shows. But I still had a good time, man. I still had a good time. There was 3 or 4 tables of 4 or 5 people that were really into it, And when that happens, it's still great. Because sometimes you can play for rooms full of hundreds of thousands of people and no one gives a shit about you, So even just to have a few people, there's this one table right up front, and they were fucking in it, They were like, I could see them looking at each other and be like, yo, man, what the fuck? This is sick, And that always is sick. That's always sick. But this company, bruh, gave me this huge gift bag for performing full of cannabis. And the way to my heart with cannabis, especially is with edibles. I love me some edibles. I just like the high. I just like, I don't know. I love smoking herb. I love smoking herb with the homies. I love, Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. A nice joint, a nice blunt, even the bong or whatever every once in a while. The vape cartridges are also super dope. But I love the edibles, especially because the edibles are going to be the healthiest way to consume cannabis. It's healthiest. I'm not saying that it's healthy. I've done enough research to realize that cannabis has like some therapeutic and holistic properties. Like I was explaining to my mom, sometimes if I have a really bad upset stomach, I'll smoke or consume weed. When I was sick a couple weeks ago, I was using edibles as a way to sleep and to help relieve the body aches too, so I wouldn't have to slam so much painkillers. So I think there's therapeutic uses as well as recreational uses. Of course, I love smoking weed, making music. Um, but yeah, so these guys gave me this huge bag. We still got a little bit of the weed. We still smoking some of it. The edibles were crazy. The joints were crazy. They gave us this little box, smell-proof box to put your weed in. That's super hardcore, super super awesome. So I appreciate them for having me out. I like doing corporate things too because it's less pressure as a performer. So that's super cool. Damn, I feel like I have so many things to talk about, but I'm trying to keep these solo ones a little bit shorter. Um, because I want to give the space to the people who are coming on to do the longer sets. I really got what I. Oh man, yeah, we got a lot of really cool things to be talking about. I'll talking about turning 30 and the motivation, how motivated I am. I did this workout the other day. I was watching this strength coach talk about it online, and he was talking about getting your pull-up game up. And this, I talk about it because for like 3-4 days, my back was destroyed, like in a good way. I'll be training on the regular. Every once in a while you come across something new that just rocks you. And so this program it's 10 to 20 sets of 1 to 2 reps for a total of 20 reps of pull-ups. So what you would do is you would hang from the bar and you would engage your back as hard as you can, trying to engage the entire back before you pull, and then you just pull as hard as you can, squeeze, and come back down. Then you do 1 or 2 of those, pulling as hard as you can, and taking a couple minute break in between. And I loved this. It felt so good while doing it. Felt nice and strong, and then it just rocked my back. And I just have been killing the workouts lately. I've just been so motivated to do some new movements and get my body moving right. So I'm going into my 30 years of life, the fittest, hopefully the wealthiest, and hopefully the smartest and the calmest. That would also be cool. But talking about, there's been some cool things that happen in the fitness world that have been exciting to me. I got to shout out Marco Arop. I could never say your name, bro. Man, I gotta shout this motherfucker out. Why? Look at this dude, man. I gotta shout this guy out because I used to coach him. Look at that. His initial athletic focus was basketball. And then he moved on to track. I used to coach him in basketball when he was in high school. And so he's the world champion now in 800-meter track and field, winning gold at the 2023 World Athletic Championships. Super hype for this dude, man. A great kid, and so this was just such an exciting thing to see. Shout out to you, bro. It would be cool. Maybe I'll reach out. I know he's a busy motherfucker, but it would be cool to have him on the podcast to talk about that. Just congrats, dog. I know it was a little while ago you won this, but I just wanted to shout you out, man. Great job, homie. Great job. And then the other thing that I was really excited about in sports recently is this dude, bro. I have no idea how to say his name. Eliud Kipchoge's. I don't know, man. I don't know. 23 years old. He shattered the marathon world record. He is the first person in history to run a marathon in 2 hours and 35 seconds. That is, I mean, extraordinary. Extraordinary. Um, I wonder if I can find. There it is. Look at that. For 5K, he ran it in 14 minutes. In half the marathon, obviously, he ran it in just under an hour. Man, 40 kilometers. He ran in an hour and 54 minutes and 53 seconds, and then he finished in 2:01:09. No, that's not right, because it's 20. Because I think he also had the. Oh yeah, that's not the right timer. Sorry. That was wrong. That was his last race. Because I think he broke the record and then he broke his record again. Oh man, so fucking cool. I love. But this is what I'm talking about. This is why I wanted to call this one the hustle too, man. I love. That's not the right time. So I'll take that off the screen. Kiptum. I wish I knew how to say his name. Just extraordinary, man. Just absolutely extraordinary. I just like, come on. First man to break two hours and 1 minute. His average, he was averaging 13 miles per hour running the whole time. Unreal in the Chicago Marathon. Unreal. That was one thing I just can't believe isn't being talked about more. But this is the shit that makes me the most excited. I love, and this is probably why I became a trainer. On top of being an advocate for health and wellness and fitness, I just love progress, man. I love it. I love to see something grow and flourish and come to life. And that's a reason why I think I started Prime Purpose Movement too, was eventually to move into other artists and help them flourish and give them the tools and the knowledge to do the thing and make the money and live their life as being an artist, you know, and just support and arts of all kinds. I'm getting I've had enough people compliment me on my voice, and so actually one of the biggest things I'll be moving into over the next year is into some voice acting, and so it maybe I'll hire a coach or something. Will come on here. I mean, I am hiring a coach, and so that will be a new venture for me as well. And I'm super excited about that. Lots of cool things we're working on in the background, but the biggest thing we're working on is obviously the vinyl. Another thing we're working on is eventually we're gonna have a couple like special episodes where they kind of like pop. We're gonna throw in an extra podcast here and there as well. And do some cool things with that as well. Just, bringing y'all more and more better content. And so I'm super excited about that. I'm super excited about a lot of things. Another thing that was really cool, I got a message on Instagram the other day from a friend I haven't talked to in a very long time. And they hit me up with this beautiful message. And it was on a day I was not feeling good. So it was really motivating. And they messaged me and they heard one of my songs in the store, like in the speakers from the store, while they were shopping. And she messaged me and she's like, wow, like amazing, all your hard work, and like it's so great to see you now. Keep up the hard work. So proud of you, and it's just nice to see, and it's moments like that that make all of the struggling and all of the bad ideas, all of the songs that don't work, all of the hate, all the criticism worth it. It's like, oh yeah, you know, um, me succeeding, and I think that's why I love watching other people succeed. Watching somebody succeed isn't only watching that person succeed, because when somebody is successful, they're bringing up a whole bunch of things with them. They're bringing up the community, maybe their coaches, maybe their engineers, maybe their friends, maybe their family. But there's when one person rises, everybody rises up with them. Um, and I think that's why I love it too, because it always comes back to love. It always at the end of it, and succeeding in the right ways is important. And all that. Oh man, yeah, this was an exciting episode for me because I just love the hustle so much, and that's why I call it the hustle. And I'm just hyped. I'm hyped to be where I'm at. I'm hyped with the vision that I have, and all that, and I'm excited to see how people take this offer. I'm excited to see all that. So if you're listening, you want to support your boy, one of the simplest, fastest things you can do is to go buy the vinyl. Is to go buy the vinyl. I'm very excited. I'm very excited about this, man. Very excited. All right, man. I'm gonna leave it right there before I get into any other topics. I got lists and lists and lists, but I'm gonna end it there, man. Thank y'all so much for coming and listening, as y'all always do. The podcast is growing, which is super excited. I got a whole plethora of people coming through this month. I think I might have one more solo podcast before all the guests start pouring in. But I'm super excited about it all. Super, super excited. And thank y'all so much for listening. Thank y'all for being part of the journey. We still only getting started. I'm young in the game. I got tons of big ideas, and I can't wait to continue to create, to continue to grow, and to continue to love, learn, and keep making cool shit with dope people. Thank y'all so much. I love y'all. Y'all the greatest. More love, more success. This has been A Moment with Jay.
I hope you know, with every darker night, there's a brighter day. Through the chaos, we'll be okay. Sending nothing but positive vibes your way. Love for always. Jay.